Hey guys, Alphonso here and welcome to another FIFA 20 video, and today guys we'll be taking a look at the player moments SBC Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich. Before we get any further into the video guys, this is of course an SBC analysis video. It says that in the title for the video, and it also should say it in the thumbnail once my GFX designer sends the thumbnail to me. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint people, I actually won't be completing this SBC, not because I think he's a bad card, I think he's genuinely a fantastic card, and I'll talk about why in a second, but because he doesn't really fit into any of my main teams at all, and I need to save other coins for other reviews around future stars and stuff like that. So hopefully you do understand, but even so, I'll take a look at the SBC and we'll talk about all the good points to him, maybe some points of, why you need to maybe, think about doing him and stuff, any potential negatives to him or whatever, and all of that good stuff. So, why did he get this player moments card? Well, first of all, it's because he got an amazing run and assist against Freiburg in a Bundesliga game. I don't know when that happened, but there you go. But also, I think it's also because, he was a Future Stars card last year. I believe he had like an 87 rated left mid card or something like that. And I think I actually did his SBC back then, but will not be doing him this time. He's been converted to a left back, and arguably is now the best Bundesliga left back. In fact, actually, in terms of rating, he is the best Bundesliga left back. There are obviously a good few other ones. There's the Vendel, Road to the Final card. There is, 85 rated David Alaba. There is 84 rated Footmas Ruslan. We'll talk about why he potentially is the best Bundesliga card now in the game for the left back position. But let's go into the SBC first and talk through his segment. So it's two 84 rated squads. The first one requiring a Bundesliga player and a team of the week with 80 chemistry, and the second one also requiring another team of the week along with 75 chemistry. Now, the fact they're going to buy two informs means that you might have to, if you're buying like low rated informs, you might have to also put an 85 rated into each segment. And I think on the whole, for the two squads that we got here, you're probably looking at about 70 to 80,000 coins, which isn't too bad value for like the best left back from a major league. That's actually seems pretty decent value on paper, definitely. And also really good packs in return, or at least in my opinion, good packs. Rare Electrum Players pack, I've said it before, I'll say it again, one of the best packs in the game in my opinion, and also a rare mixed players pack. So, and obviously both tradable as well, so good packs in return. There is only 3 days though to this SBC, which is slightly annoying. I'd like it if it was maybe just extended to 5 or maybe up to 7 or something like that, so it just gives people more time to know, like, wanting to do them. And also, where are the loan SBCs? Like, even just give them like a loan SBC for like 3 games, so people can get like an initial opinion. That's not too much to ask. Like tell them to submit like a 78 rated gold squad, and you get them on loan for 3 games so people can test them out. Like, come on, you did it last year, why can't you do it this year, EA? In fact, they did it for Team of the Year, but they don't do it for the Future Stars promo or for the Headliners promo. It doesn't make any sense, but anyway, there you go with that. So, now obviously, we'll take a look at the cards in a second, but I want to talk about the other options from the Bundesliga. Now, first of all, you can't get a perfect link with this card because there's no other Canadians that play for Bayern Munich. But if we have a look at the Bundesliga left backs, first of all, you'll see that he is now, certainly rating-wise, the best Bundesliga left-back that you can get. Of course, as I mentioned before, you've also got David Alaba, Ruslan, who was a card that you had to grind for. You can't buy him off the market. He was a card that, if I'm right in saying, you had to get through a season's challenge or whatever, or something like that. Obviously, David Alaba you can buy off the market. But in terms of stats and stuff, David Alaba and Ruslan look, very good cards in their own, in their own right. But I think Davies actually, on the whole, does look a better card. If we do obviously go into his in-game stats as well. First of all, 4-star, not essential for a left-back, but, it's always nice to have. In my personal opinion, good work rate at a high. I'm happy with that. Amazing pace means that he's not going to be slow at in that left back position. He's going to be bombing down both the left hand side and also getting back on the defense. With also very good stamina, which is fantastic. Shooting, yeah, fine for a left back, doesn't really matter. Passing wise, fantastic passing to be able to ping balls down the left hand side to get the ball out of out of danger to start off attacks. He's got 85 vision, 83 short passing, 83 curve. His crossing seems to be pretty decent as well. His dribbling is going to make him feel very nice and smooth for a left back, which is something that I personally very much like to have on wingers and fullbacks in general. That's really, really good. He's got 94 agility, 86 balance, 85 dribbling, 81 ball control. Combining that with the 4-star skill as well, it's going to make him a pretty skillful left back, which is obviously very good as well. And even his defensive stats, considering he's not a natural left back, he's been converted from a left mid to a left back, or at least I believe his goal, not his gold card, at least I believe that his silver card is as a left mid. He was a left mid last year, I'm guessing he also is this year, but 89 stance tackle, 81 defensive offensive awareness, good defense stats on a fullback, and also even good strength stats. 80 strength for a fullback, once again, is pretty impressive at the height of 5'11" as well. I genuinely think this is a fantastic card. I will go and say that I think he is fantastic. Obviously, you're pretty much limited. Obviously, you could fit him into a hybrid. Canada as a nation, no offense to any Canadians watching, obviously it's not a proper, well, it is a proper footballing nation, but it's not like a major footballing nation. He is probably Canada's best player at the moment, to be honest. You're very much restricted to having to use him in a Bundesliga team, and don't get me wrong, there are really good Bundesliga players. You can get a strong link to him with the 87 rated Perisic card, the one for the season's objectives. So that's fantastic. You can link him into a one to watch Coutinho on the left hand side. You can link him in with a Sule card. You can link him in with the get a weak link to the new milestone card for the Bundesliga as well from Cologne or whatever. I can't remember his name, the CDM card. But, he's a decent card. I would understand people doing this SBC if they got a Bundesliga team in particular. I think he's also versatile in the fact that in an in-game position, he could very much work well as a left wing back. He could even lurk as a left midfielder if he wanted to as well. I think he's a very, very good card. And I think, yes, that on paper, he has got the stats to show him to be the best Bundesliga left back, in the game. And that is from a major league. Obviously the Bundesliga is part of one of the 5 major leagues in FIFA, and now you've got a card that you can get for probably under 100,000 coins, who becomes one of the best left backs in that league and has the ability to potentially even be one of the best left backs in the game as well. But yeah, I won't be reviewing this card, guys, because I do need to save the other ones, as I mentioned before. I need to save my coins to do other future stars reviews and stuff like that as well. Hopefully you do understand. It would be a card that is used for 4 games and never really see a purpose to do it ever again. Another awesome thing though about this SBC as well is you can actually take them and do some of the Icon SBC, not the Icon SBC challenges, the Icon Seasons Objective token challenges as well, which is also pretty cool. You can put them into like that first in a Bundesliga squad or whatever. So on the whole, yeah, good cards. I can definitely understand people wanting to do this SBC, and if you're going to the Bundesliga team, I probably recommend you doing the SBC, especially if it's going to be under 100,000 coins. But anyway, guys, that is going to be this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.